I can't see. Okay, that's better. Hey, it's Emmy, and welcome to what I'm calling my Minecraft Movie Trailer World. With all the hype around the new Minecraft movie coming out, I figured, hey, I will try to play a Minecraft Trailer Modpack. And yeah, alright, fine. So I know they mean the Minecraft game trailers. But hey, it's the best I could do, so I ran to Modrinth and found Minecraft Trailer Edition, so that is what we are going to try out. And who's to say the movie didn't copy the Minecraft game trailers? Alright, and our very first look in this Minecraft trailer world. And I would say it is actually rather beautiful so far. Let's go see what's over the edge over here. Oh yeah, that's actually quite nice. And it appears we have a rather large hill to deal with. So I suppose we should be smart and take the high ground and see what there is around us. And of course, we should take care of our early game chores. And since I do see a tree relatively close nearby, I suppose we should take care of the tradition that is part of any brand new Minecraft world, and that is to punch our very first tree. It's weird, the tree sounds almost like rubber when it breaks. Ooh, they definitely get points for the nature sounds in the background. Oh my gosh, though, I think they lose a couple of points for how small the display is. I'll be a good sport and I'll try to play with it as long as I can, but at some point, we're probably going to have to figure out how to make that just a little bit bigger. Alright, crafting table has been acquired, and we will go ahead and make our usual set of starting tools. Now, honestly, I actually have no idea what to expect from this mod pack. Other than the fact that it looks just a little bit cartoonish to me, if that makes sense. I mean, I'm not saying that's a totally bad thing, it's just that's what it looks like to me. Alright, but now it's time we get down to business and punch some trees. Well, actually, let's make an axe and we'll chop some trees. That should go a little bit faster. I don't know what these buttons do. Can't leave it hanging, that would be... Oh! I did not see that one coming. I don't know why, I didn't think that was going to be here, but fantastic. Man, some of these animations are super cool, like when you break a block, and even just the way they fall. It's, really, it's very different from anything that I'm used to with the game, so this is actually, that's so pretty. This is actually really fun. Yeah, definitely. I think we can see the visual similarities so far to the Minecraft trailer. And these blocks are definitely different. Definitely not the normal Minecraft look that I'm used to. But it's a fun change of pace. I think I'm really going to enjoy this. Well, that's different, seeing the amount of health that the animals have. Kind of a little novelty. I don't know if I love it, but it's interesting. And let's see... What? Ooh, iron! Woohoo! And a jungle. Oh my gosh, is that a village? It is! Holy cow, we have really kind of just hit pay dirt with this spawn. I'm gonna go grab that iron first, and then we can run over and we will check out the village and see what supplies we can grab from there, but I'm sure you all know. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. I don't even have a stone pickaxe. Alright, be honest. How many of you were yelling at the screen saying what a numbskull I am because I didn't get my stone tools first? I don't blame you. Rookie mistake. But this should take care of that problem. Alright, let's get our stone tool achievement. Woohoo! And grab the iron. We will grab some of the coal and then head over to the village and see what we can find over there. Ooh, the sound of the wind actually gives me a little bit of the chills. That's an interesting structure. Alright, let's see. Oh, you know what? We can use one of these blast furnaces to cook up our iron. That will be very, very handy. And I'm kind of thinking we should probably find some place in this village we could just kind of set up shop. And that way we can go out exploring and we will have somewhere to empty our pockets. Ooh, and it's getting late. We must find a bed. We are definitely knocking out the achievements. Alright, all that sleeping made me hungry. And we might as well just borrow this iron. I mean, they're not using it. I don't think anybody will mind, and we'll cover our tracks. Now, I've been very curious. Who is the home builder on this one? Those doors are definitely messed up. But I was just really curious about this building because it does not fit in with the design of the village. So, apparently there are no chests, so I don't know what the purpose of... Oh, yes, I take it back. And... Alright, not bad. Interesting. You know what? I might as well start taking the chests. It's less that I'm going to have to worry about crafting, and I mean, you know we're going to need it. Ooh, alright. Don't ask me why I've got a thing for naturally spawned emerald ore like that. So let's go ahead and make ourselves an iron pickaxe so we can grab our emerald. I kind of wish we had silk touch. I'd love to preserve it. And pretty much for the rest of the afternoon, I pilfered through all of the different chests throughout the village, grabbed other resources that I thought might come in handy, and pretty much just stocked up on any supplies I thought we might be able to use. Alright, you guys, I am so sorry. I've tried to be a good sport. I cannot take that teeny tiny little display interface anymore, so I'm bumping it up. Oh, it's already better. It was just so small. It was so frustrating. Look at that. You can actually see what's in the chest now. So basically, if you haven't figured it out, we are going to set up shop in this little village, and we will have this as our kind of our home base for now so that we can store our things, because you know how it is. You go out exploring, those pockets fill up awfully fast. All right, let's go ahead and venture out a little bit and see what there is in our immediate area. Oh, we've got to get some tamed wolves at some point. But, yeah, you know, speaking of having your inventory filling up fast, I was talking to some people on my Discord server, and we've got this question of the day. And one of the things we were talking about was features that we wish that vanilla Minecraft had included. And the overwhelmingly popular response was backpacks. And it's for that very reason of going out and wanting to adventure, but as soon as you complete one adventure, your pockets are full and you almost have to turn around to empty them. So tell me what you guys think. Do you wish that they would add backpacks as a part of the vanilla version of Minecraft? And I am so confused. I've not been using the map like I probably should have been. And I can't tell if this is the village that we started in or if it's a new village. I'm trying to see if there are open doors. I don't think it's the same one though, because look at it's yeah, no, it's like a big circle, a big Badlands donut. So I think this is a new one. And oops, pardon me, sir, I don't mean to wake you. And it looks like we may have another blacksmith house. So maybe he's got some armor that he would like to share with us. Oops, excuse me, there we go. Well, no armor, but shoot, we'll definitely take the tools. Alright, let's lay down for a quick nap so we do not have any zombies coming over to wreak havoc on this poor innocent little village. I'm sorry, fellas, but I need this more than you do. Well, there is a building design you don't see every day. What is it? Whoa! This place is massive. Maybe we should set up shop in here instead. I mean, this place has got tons of room. If you know what I'm thinking, I think we're gonna move our stuff over here. Maybe. But until then, let's see what's in the chest. So I'm not the biggest fan of the Badlands. I mean, it's kind of boring to look at. There's no green grass. There's those creepy desert zombies at night. But this is actually a really good space, and I think we should consider setting up camp here. All right, enough village looting. Let's get back to our exploration. All right, so what is our goal with this series? Okay, is it just me, or do the trunks of these trees look like hairy legs? But anyway, this is one of those rare times when I actually want to get to the dragons sooner than later. And let's see how closely this game version actually resembles the Minecraft trailers. Whoa, this is some massive terrain. Beautiful to look at, horrible to have to get through, which actually only goes to support my decision that I think we need to really work on getting to the dragons so we can get some wings. Because these hills, easy to go down, but a pain in the neck to have to go back up or around or anything like that. It is so weird to see my little Minecraft body when I move around. I can't get used to that. All right, we just need to go for it! Woohoo! And I do believe I saw some iron glowing over here. Fantastic. We will grab that. Slowly. We will grab it very, very slowly. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. There's one more thing that's really been bugging me. I am not a fan of the little health meters on all of the animals. I find it very distracting. It looked like it might be this one. Oh, much better. Lucky guess. I've never used it before. I didn't know which one it was associated with, but luckily that fixed the problem, and now we can get on with our life. We need a boat. Okay, watch when I place the crafting table down. I love just that tiny little animation when you set something down. I'm easily amused. What can I say? All right, let's go ahead and make ourselves that boat, and we will start to set sail and see what is across this very large body of water. And wouldn't you know it, it's another village. That's like our third one so far. Now don't worry, I know we've been already through a couple of villages. I just want to take a few peeks in the chest, see if there's anything good, and maybe we'll set up camp here. Okay, fine, I know we've done that in like 2 other villages. But I feel like this one's a little easier access. And frankly, it's not the Badlands. I don't love the Badlands. So let's just take a little peek around. Be patient with me here, people. I mean, look at, we can make this work. We've got some open area we could create. Ooh. Honestly, I'm really in this for the emeralds. I don't even care about the food anymore. But if we can find any enchanted books or any more emeralds, then I am all for that. And see? What time is it? Cake o'clock. Oh, and again, my little Minecraft legs. I feel like a little ventriloquist dummy. I do like the little custom trees. Those are adorable. So next I found a couple of farmers hanging out in the upper room. They didn't have much treasure to speak of in the chest, but you know what? They were in a room full of cake. I would say they have treasure enough. All right, at this point, I have made the executive decision to venture out from the village and see if there are any other items of interest, like that very strange-looking tree. I'm pretty sure there's no new trees or biomes introduced in here, and that is acacia wood. I stand by my assumption. And it looks like we may have ourselves a desert temple to explore. So let's run on over that away. All right, we just have to find the entrance or make one of our own. And I think we can probably dig down and get in this way. Now, I don't know who here has potentially watched any of my other episodes, but I have a great fear of creepers in these places because I have, oh, and I am correct. I don't know where to go. No! Oh, man. I told you so. At least I didn't die this time. The last time one surprised me, it resulted in death. So I consider that a small victory. All right, I heard a skeleton. He's hiding here somewhere. All right. Oh, hello. All right, I'm not too worried about this. We got our shield now. Should have had it out before we even came in. Oh my gosh, the attacks on this are like so laggy or delayed. I'm assuming it's because of whatever combat mod that is included in this. I don't know. I can't do the melee attacks at all. Not that I'm that good at them anyway, but whatever. Oh, weird body shot. It's so awkward. All right, what I'm hoping for is to either get some diamonds or some helpful enchanted books. Because we are on a mission to beat the dragons sooner than later. So anything that we can get to help the cause, I'm all about that. And, yeah. I mean, something is better than nothing, but... Ooh, okay, that's something. Alright, well, it wasn't everything I'd hoped and dreamed for, but I would say that was not a wasted trip. Now we got that strange structure with the purple roof, and we've got this funky little structure here. Let's see if there's a chest underneath here. Oh, alright, not a chest, but we will definitely take the block of gold. That's a nice little surprise. Just make sure there's nothing hidden on the other ones. Nah. Alright, let's go check out the purple roof structure over here. It's kind of cool looking. Pillager outpost, maybe? I know that probably this is not the wisest move, considering we don't really have much armor to speak of. But these guys aren't too bad to deal with, unless there's a ton of them. Alright, one I can do. Oh, why is the swing so delayed? I hate that so much. Oh, I love the allays. I don't have a lead, and I don't trust not losing them. So you know what? We will come back. I promise, guys. I'm coming back for you. You'll see. All right. Any other bad guys around here? Can we sneak upstairs just to peek in the... We all know there's nothing. Oh, that's a different spot for one. The horn. That's really all I wanted was the horn. But I want to just kind of get in and out of here relatively quickly. And I can tell it's getting dark. That's a little unnerving. Let's see. Oh, nothing great. We'll go ahead and grab those potatoes and carrots just in case. All right, let's catch a quick nap and then we'll head back home. So I got my eye on this little property right here. It looks like it's got some pretty good bones to work with. I'm thinking if we kind of open this place up a bit so we can fit some more chests lined up against the walls. And we could even still keep somewhat of an upper level just for another area of chests up there if we need to. And then maybe we'll even kind of open up this little outdoor porch area as well. I don't know. You know what? Some things we just make up as we go along. I know we'll figure it out and we will adapt it to our needs as we see fit. And just like that, we've got ourselves some chests down and a kind of makeshift storage area for now, at least enough to help me feel like I'm a little bit organized here. And we'll probably move those furnaces over across the street because I think we will utilize this building as well. I've already moved some of the food products here. And so maybe this will kind of be like our little kitchen-y area and workshop, and then we can do our storage across. So I was wandering around a little bit to see what there was to see, and I found this. And I don't know what it is. But I found it! I dug around a little bit just to see if there were any chests or spawners or any little prizes inside, but if they're there, I missed them. So as far as I'm concerned at this point, this is just decorative in nature and we will appreciate it for what it is. Apparently the desert in this mod pack has all sorts of surprises because I found this other structure that I thought was another desert temple, but it in fact is not. I don't know what it is. And I can't find a door anywhere, so we will just have to find a spot to start digging in. Probably would be logical to go for the center of it. All right, let's see if there's an entrance, kind of like how the Desert Temple has a buried one, but it doesn't look like it. Kind of looks like this is what you see is what you get. Oh, I hear a grunt, and I see a chest. A chest that will not open, so there must be a block on top of it. And there we go. Ooh. And a spawner. That's never a good sign. Let's see if we can sneak a torch over here. Alright, but obviously we've got some very unhappy people up here. I'm assuming they are villagers. And oh, even worse, vindicators. Alright. Ooh, don't want to make a misstep because, man, they pack a punch. Holy cow, look at all of them. Oh, that's crazy. The axe almost has like a sweeping edge quality to it. All right, it sounds relatively quiet enough. Oh, that view is very weird. But I think we are safe in here. So let's just... Oh, no! No, no, no! Oh, I broke the torch. I broke the torch and it made the spawner spawn a new Vindicator. Honestly, I don't even know what I was trying to do. Well, that was definitely not one of my better moves. Sometimes I'm on autopilot. I don't always think about what I'm doing like I should. But all right, well, let's see if we still have the Vindicator to deal with. I don't hear him. Oh, and we even got our levels back. We got all of our items and our levels. That is a very generous mod in this mod pack. Almost a little too generous, if you ask me, but far be it from me to complain. So I will accept my little twist of good luck in the midst of my little twist of bad luck. All right, enough of this place. Let's move on. Let's, in fact, move on to whatever that is, because that looks like a sign. All right, what do we... Oh, another village. All right. Oh, those leaves just freak me out. I don't know what I think they are. They don't look like leaves, though. And oh, our first diamond! Woohoo! And that is why we check out all these little sidetracks, because you never know what you're gonna get. Oh, I'm very, very relieved to at least have a little bit of iron armor. I think my new friend here is less than impressed, however. And from there, it was the normal routine of looting all of the chests and taking out anything that looked worthwhile. And super excited to find another blacksmith so I could get some armor and some more iron, and we are suited up and ready for action. Well, I think we had enough action there already. Oh, this isn't even the same thing. This is a different one. Good grief. How many structures are there in this silly desert? All right, let's see if this one has anything more to offer. Okay, a little bit more evolved than the other one. Looks like we've got some, oh, not only some rooms, but some occupants. All right, I'm going to stick to my usual strategy, and I'm going to try to approach this by working smarter, not harder. So if I can kind of create a little pocket for them to fall into so I can just get rid of them one by one and work my way in there, then that is what we shall do. I'm sorry, but these desert versions are so ugly. Oh, no, not the little guys. Oh, don't panic. Don't panic. All right. Oh, this combat mod is really weird. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but everything feels like super laggy. Oh, come on. There it is. All right, I can hear moaning and groaning, but I think it's safe to go in our little treasure room. Of course, that's probably what these other two guys thought, that the skeleton remains are in here, but I digress. Oh, heck yeah. More goodies. There is a lot of pitter-patter of footsteps above us. All right, I think we should not push our luck. Let's grab the loot we've got down here, which is pretty darn good, and let's get the heck out of Dodge before something goes terribly, terribly wrong. And if I don't run any faster, something is about to go terribly, terribly wrong. Ah! Okay, at this point, I feel as though our next logical step is to take things to the underground. Now, there is a pretty good split in the ground over here by our Sphinx friend. Say that one 3 times fast. So I figured we could just... Oh, this view! Look at my neck! It's like my head's chopped off. Not that we can see what we're doing, but we're gonna jump and just go for it. Woohoo! My strategy here is to just find the quickest way to get to a lower level without having to dig a whole bunch. And I might as well grab this iron while we are in the neighborhood. And of course, as with any underground exploration, you're bound to run into those people who are like, "Oh no, you can't be here, this is where I live, I'm the skeleton in charge." But not to worry, after a little bit of panic torching, I went ahead and took care of business. I'll just go ahead and clean this little mess up real quick here. So aside from the obvious of gathering the everyday materials we need like iron, I of course want to focus on getting some diamonds so that we can get better geared up for our dragon fight. And then I also want to look to see if there's anything unusual that they've added to this mod pack that makes the underground a little bit more interesting. One thing is for sure, if you listen to those background noises, very creepy. Okay, that's weird. Gold sounds like chains rattling. And Glow Lichen, I still hate you. You always make me think you're diamonds. So at this point, the only play left was to kind of take a strip mining approach. And I mined for a very, very long while and found absolutely nothing. But persistence pays off, and finally I started to find a whole bunch of diamonds. And not only did I find a whole bunch of diamonds, but I also managed to find the wrong end of town. Now sure, you know what, I could have turned around and gone back and we would have had more than enough for what we needed, but, well, you know, it's just kind of hard to stop sometimes when you get going, and I could see more diamonds in the ceiling and, well, you know, it is what it is. And plus, you know, come on, these guys haven't had any outside company in a while, so I'm sure they enjoyed the break in the monotony. And that was definitely worth our trouble as well. On my way out of the caves, I did actually manage to finally find a mob spawner. It was a skeleton spawner, and I kind of figured, well, why should I get myself all worked up over this? I'll let them take care of themselves, and I will just sweep up the remaining bones. So I went ahead and helped myself to some parting gifts, and then I decided to throw caution to the wind and do the forbidden and dig straight up. And just in case we need that skelly spawner, we will mark it nice and clear. Water clutch. Okay, now we have reached a very proud moment in the game, and that is when we actually finally get to upgrade our gear and our tools to diamond. This always feels like a turning point in the game, and it's just nice to have something to show for all of your hard work. I scoured through the books that we've collected and found the best ones that I could that we could put on some of our gear to give us yet another advantage. But my goodness, it ate up our levels very quickly, so we are going to have to work on getting some levels back. Honestly, we don't need a ton, so I'm not too worried about like setting up an XP farm or anything, but I do want at least a few more levels for a couple more enchantments. So we'll probably just do a little bit of fishing and do a few villager trades and finish enchanting the things that I wanted to get enchanted. Honestly, if you know me at all, you know I will take any opportunity I can find to go fishing because it is one of my favorite guilty pleasures in the game. So now, as much as I would love to be in denial about what we need to do next, we have to do what is one of my least favorite things in the entire game, and that is we need to go into the Nether. Which means we need to build ourselves a Nether portal, and so I figured, you know, we've got this decorative sandstone sculpture out here. Why don't we put our Nether portal inside of that? So now the big question is, where should we put the portal? So obviously we could put it right here in the front. You can see there's actually already kind of a spot, almost like it's designated for it. I mean, we could put it there, we could put it over on the side. There's all sorts of different ways we could do it. But I know the perfect place that it deserves to be. I stand by my life choices. Alright, I am fully aware that going into the Nether for me is kind of like flipping a coin as to whether or not I'm going to make it out alive or not. So I'm going to go ahead and make a quick little chest to place here so that anytime I decide I need to go into the Nether, I can store any valuables that I do not wish to lose. Alright, please spawn me anywhere but the Basalt Delta. That is my absolute least favorite between the magma cubes and the lava. Anywhere but there, please! Alright, Crimson Forest I can definitely deal with. I don't love the squishy sound when I'm walking. That kind of grosses me out. But I'm just going to go ahead and put up a little safety barrier. Not saying it's foolproof, but every little bit helps. Alright, so the wish list for this trip is to find the fortress and get some soul sand and some blaze rods. The soul sand I figured would be nice to have just in case we do decide that we want to end up making an XP farm from the skeleton spawner. I like to use the soul sand to do the water elevators. And the blaze rods, obviously we're going to need those to get the Eyes of Ender so that we can find the stronghold and get to the dragon. Alright, well I was not expecting the soul sand to be that easy. I actually figured we would get it from within the fortress, but hey, I will definitely take it. Not a fan of the Soul Sand Valley, so let's stick to the Crimson Forest. Alright, maybe it's a mirage and wishful thinking, but I feel like I see a nether brick structure. Oh boy, did we ever luck out, because I thought we were going to have to be looking for quite a while. So we have found the fortress. With the blaze sitting right there waiting for us, I really don't want to even attempt to pillar over to it, so let's dig down a little bit and see if we can find a safer way to get into the structure. All right, yes, okay. Actually, we're not positioned too badly. We're pretty even with the bridge, so this should work just beautifully. I'm going to give myself a little safety rail there because I am very prone to accidents. Alright, we will follow the protocol of torching on the left as we venture away from our starting point. That way, when we attempt to leave here, we will follow the torches on the right-hand side. Now, the other trick that I have in the fortress is whenever we get to an intersection, I like to block it off so that the throughway is only 2 blocks high. That way, if there are wither skeletons, they are unable to make their way through. And holy cow, I just saw some rising from the ground over here. That's a slightly terrifying animation. Alright, marked all of those so that at some point we will know this is the way back home. Alright, let's see if we can entice one of those wither skeletons. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Come on, buddy! Come on, you can do it, boy! Alright, I hear him. Ooh, it's still scary. But see, they're like 2.5 blocks tall, so they can't get through. It makes it really easy to get them. Alright, we have our first set of stairs. Let's very cautiously see where it leads to. Oh, it makes me a little nervous because we're just walking blindly into it, but I think we are safe. We will keep torching our breadcrumb trail home. Ooh, the blaze spawner is right there. Alright, this is going to be tricky without a bow and arrow, so I'm going to, I've kind of got a way to do this. I don't know what to call it, but I'm just going to kind of inch our way up here by putting a barrier every few blocks or so just to get us close. And then we're just gonna rush in and attack. Oh, perfect. Oh no, not perfect. Oh no. Oh, oh, thank goodness. My mess of blocks, that wasn't even on purpose, but that worked out perfectly. Oh, nervous nibble. That was seriously super lucky that those blocks ended up across like that. I'm perfectly proud to accept dumb luck. Alright, I can see another skeleton back there too. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, okay. I hate the nether, but if we just go very, very carefully, we should be fine. Well, we've got our first blaze rod if I can pick it up. So, the rate we're going, we might get all the blaze rods we need before we even get to the spawner. Dude, be careful. Okay, not gonna lie, this is probably one of the worst makeshift blaze farms that I've ever put together, and I do these farms all the time. But it was so hard in this mod pack because the first-person perspective was so hard to navigate that I had to make this farm super narrow. But the concept of this farm is you basically box in the blaze spawner, and then you do 1.5 block high channels underneath the floor, and then you cut out the ceiling right above that 1.5 block little channel. So that way the blaze drop down onto those little channels that you made, and you are safe and sound. But this one was so small that it took me forever to get the blaze rods. But you know what? I got them, and in the end, that's all that matters. I don't know about you, but I have had more than enough of this place, and I would like to go home. My entire plan is to run as fast as we can without stopping and just getting the heck out of Dodge. So hopefully I've marked everything good enough, because I ain't stopping for nothing. We are just going. Okay, good news is we're out of the fortress. Bad news is I am a little bit lost. I think I see our our sandstone over there. That is why I leave those markers. Woo, okay, go. I don't care what there is. I want to go home. I want to go home. Oh, we are almost there. I can see it. Come on. We can do it. We have done it. Victory is ours. Yes, I know I'm overly dramatic, but I hate the nether. Oops. All right, now I need to just get my pockets all unloaded. And the next order of business is we need to start working on the villagers, because we need to get some ender pearls from one of the clerics so that we can make the Eyes of Ender to go find the stronghold. All right, so I came out here because we need to get some resources ready for the villager trades. We need to plant some trees, and I've got some sugarcane that I want to go harvest. But as you can see, there's quite a sandstorm. Oh, that's so cool. Look at the tumbling tumbleweeds. All right, well, we need to make our way over to the ocean. So looks like we've got a little clearing here anyway. And when we get back in the open, it seems like it's picking up again. But, oh, I just love those tumbling tumbleweeds. That is so awesome. Okay, interesting. Now that we're over by the ocean, we have turned to rain. Oh, but that's crazy. It looks like it's flooded. All right, let's... Okay, apparently combat mod. I'm whining again. I can't hit the sugarcane with it, with the sword. But, wow, look at how this all looks flooded. That's crazy. I hope they've got flood insurance down here. All right, this is not a ton of sugarcane. At least something is better than nothing. All right, that was cool, but we should probably go home and sleep. Not gonna ask. Just, in fact, that shook me so bad I'm not even in the right house. And somebody's trying to kill me. All right, we need to get home and sleep quickly so that our villagers are not at risk. All right, let's hurry up and take a quick nap, and then hopefully we will learn that our townspeople are all okay. If they're not, we'll just deal with it when we get to it. All right, well, it is a brand new sunny day, and we are going to work on planting some trees so that we can get some sticks for some stick trades. This obviously is going to be nothing fancy whatsoever. I'm just going to do a line of dirt and plant a bunch of saplings. We've got plenty of room if we need to plant more. I think this will be good enough to get us started for now anyway, and we will also tend to our sugarcane and do some paper trades with the librarians. Again, the point is we just need to get enough emeralds to get some ender pearls. We do have some bone meal that we've collected along the way. Of course, I should have grabbed some of those bone blocks in the nether, but of course I didn't. But, we'll just kind of Mickey Mouse this and see how we do. If I have to go back there, I will, but hopefully this will be enough. This is not the prettiest method. Oak trees are not my favorite either, but it's going to get the job done. So for now, Sharika is my very new best friend because we are going to be doing a whole bunch of stick trades. And let me tell you, this cleric is really ready to do business. I mean, like in your face sort of business. So this was literally my life for the next few Minecraft days, was just gathering resources, replanting, gathering resources, you name it. But I would much rather get ender pearls this way than to have to go back into the nether and find a warped forest and kill endermen over and over and over. So yeah, I would say this is the best way to go about it. Thank you. So we are actually almost completely ready to head out to the stronghold. I've got all of the ender pearls that we're going to need. The last thing we have to do is just gather some of our final supplies. I want to have a bed to take with us, some extra tools, extra food, just all the extra necessities just in case the worst possible scenario happens. We need some backup supplies. So once we get those, we will be on our way. While gathering all of our supplies that we're going to need, I realized that I did fall short on one thing that I always make sure to take with me, and that is I don't have any pumpkins because I do like to go into the end with a carved pumpkin, so the enderman will leave us alone. So hopefully we will find one somewhere along our way. But until then, we will go ahead and just throw our Eye of Ender, and we will follow in whatever direction it leads us. Oh, it's so nice to be in green grass once again. Ooh. Oh, and the ender pearl is now going back behind us. All right, I'm going to come over here and test it in this direction, backtrack a little bit, and hot diggity dog, guess what? We actually should be somewhere right above the stronghold. So now we go to the underground. So we were literally right past a great big crack in the ground, and whoa! Hello! Oh! We've got it. I was actually just going to start talking about how I don't know if we've gone deep enough, because I'm never exactly sure if there is a preferred level for it. And woohoo! We have found it. So into the stronghold we shall go. We do need to be a little bit on the careful side because it tends to be pretty dark in there, and we might get some creepy crawlies. So I think instead of just jumping straight down into it, let's dig our way around a little bit and hang on. Oh, even better. All right, let's take the stairs. I'm assuming the elevator is out. Okay. No. Oh, wow. So obviously we are somehow tied into the deep dark. I'm not sure if we're actually going to be intertwined with an ancient city. Wow, so okay, this is actually a whole lot of terrifying because I have no idea of where there might be skulk sensors or shriekers, and the last thing I want to do is set one of those off. Oh my gosh, it's just totally covered. The thing I'm worried about is I hope the portal room exists, because I'm not convinced. Oh yeah, it's definitely an ancient city, and yes, there's definitely shriekers. But what if the ancient city overwrote the portal room? That would be rather devastating. But all we can do is creep around and... Oh man, I can't even open the door. Oh, it's so scary because I have to open doors. We have to be able to explore in here. This is both terrifying and somewhat mesmerizing at the same time. I've never seen these two structures tied in together like this. All right, but carefully onward we must go, and we will just try to exhaust every possibility looking for the portal room. And oh, actually, the library is very necessary for us as well, because I did bring gunpowder, but I forgot to bring paper because we're going to need to make some rockets. So we will grab all of the paper that we can find from this library, and if we find another library as well. What can I say? For as organized as I try to be, ooh, power 3. I do, you know, overlook a few things here and there, but there's always a way around it. We always make do. So we will just continue to search every nook and cranny and hope... Yes, we do have a portal room. It's here. Not gonna lie, I started to lose a little bit of hope. Oh, but thank goodness we've got it, and we can now go to the end. So at this point, I set up a little death recovery zone so that if the worst case scenario happens, we do have a way to get resupplied and hop back in. But at this point, my friends, it's showtime. You know, I used to be so afraid of the dragon fight and I would never do it alone. But now, it's really not that big of a deal. And all you gotta do is take out the crystals on the towers. Oh my gosh, I'm not lying, guys. I've never, ever gotten that on the first try. Ever. This is why I love recording Minecraft videos, because nobody would... 2 in a row! Nobody would ever believe me. So at this point, it was just your everyday, normal, typical dragon fight. I took out the towers one by one. I shot at the dragon, missed most of the times, but did manage to hit it a few times. And then every time it would perch, I would run over and try to hit it with my tiny little sword again and again until finally victory was mine. And then the gorgeous ending screen. I tried to take a selfie, but of course I was too late and I missed all of the cool rays. But I did not miss out on all of that lovely, gorgeous XP. So then the rest of the story followed suit. I found the little end city portal, made a stairway up to it. I added a safety platform because safety is our number 3 priority. And then off we went into the End Islands in search for a ship. Now, the first thing I did notice with this mod pack that I absolutely despised was that it's scary enough to bridge over the void as it is, but with this ridiculous first-person view when you're crouching, it was absolutely ridiculous. All I could see was a little stump where my neck is. But I did it. I managed to pillar all the way across to the End Islands. Now, I did appreciate the fact that there were some interesting structures, like this obsidian tree that had shulkers lined along the branches. But it was enough to keep things interesting, but not like totally overwhelming like I've seen in some other mods. So I did enjoy that, and it did keep me entertained until I was finally able to find an end city complete with a ship. Now, I'm a no-nonsense sort of person when I do these mod pack reviews. I'm not going to spend my time going through all of the city part and fighting all the shulkers. I'm just going to pillar up, do what I got to do to get my prize. And this is what it was all about. That is such an amazing feeling when you finally get your wings. So, not gonna lie, I did do a little bit of shulker fighting on my way out to grab a little bit more treasure that I really don't even need, but you know, I can't resist the temptation. The first flight, of course, was quite a thrill. Had a little bit of trouble finding the return portal, but I eventually did. And then gracefully floated my way back to the what is that thing called? An end portal? Sure. And officially can claim victory of defeating the dragon and winning the game. So now it is time to take a little flight around to see what there is to see, and to answer the very important question of, does this Minecraft movie trailer mod pack live up to the hype and transform your game to be just like the Minecraft movie trailers? Well, I guess I'll let you be the judge of that.